Every single bite of food you eat is about to go through one of the most complex biological journeys on Earth. And yet, most people have absolutely no idea what truly happens after they swallow. You think food simply goes into the stomach. But the truth is far more shocking. Inside your body, trillions of chemical reactions immediately begin the moment food touches your tongue. Acids powerful enough to dissolve metals start breaking meals apart. Specialized enzymes hunt down proteins like microscopic scissors. Tiny finger-like structures inside your intestines absorb nutrients with incredible precision. And deep inside your cells, microscopic power stations convert food into the energy keeping your heart beating right now. But here's the frightening part. After age 40, and especially after 50, this entire system begins slowing down. Your stomach produces less acid. Your digestive enzymes weaken. Your intestines absorb fewer nutrients. And your metabolism, the engine controlling fat burning and energy production, gradually becomes less efficient. That's why so many adults suddenly experience bloating, fatigue, constipation, weight gain, brain fog, muscle loss, and low energy, even when they believe they're eating healthy. You've been told aging is the problem. But the real issue may be that your body is no longer processing food correctly. And in today's video, you're going to discover exactly how digestion, absorption, and metabolism truly work inside the human body, what changes as we age, and most importantly, the powerful habits and nutrients that can help restore these vital processes naturally. Because later in this video, I'll reveal the hidden organ most people ignore, the nighttime mistake that destroys metabolism after 45, and the simple daily habits that help your body turn food into energy instead of fat. As we age, our relationship with food changes dramatically. What worked in your 20s no longer works after 50. You may eat less, yet gain more weight. You may take vitamins, yet still feel weak. You may avoid junk food, yet constantly battle indigestion and fatigue. And many people never realize the reason. The human body depends on three critical processes to survive: digestion, absorption, and metabolism. Digestion breaks food down. Absorption pulls nutrients into the bloodstream. And metabolism converts those nutrients into energy, muscle, hormones, and life itself. When these systems work properly, you feel energetic, mentally sharp, and strong. But when they begin to fail, your entire body starts sending warning signs. Let me tell you about Robert, a 58-year-old retired teacher. For years, Robert believed he was eating healthy. Oatmeal in the morning. Chicken salad for lunch. Vegetables at dinner. But despite all that, he constantly felt exhausted. After meals, he became bloated. He gained weight around his stomach. His muscles weakened. And every afternoon, he felt like he needed a nap just to function. His doctor checked his blood sugar, cholesterol, and blood pressure. Everything looked normal. But Robert still felt terrible. What he didn't realize was that his digestive system had slowly become less efficient over time. And this is happening to millions of people right now. Digestion is not just about eating food. Your body must mechanically and chemically break food apart into microscopic nutrients your cells can actually use. That process begins in the mouth. The moment you chew, saliva releases enzymes that begin digesting carbohydrates immediately. But most people rush meals, barely chew, and swallow large chunks of food too quickly. That forces the stomach to work much harder. Then comes the stomach itself, a powerful muscular organ producing hydrochloric acid and digestive enzymes. This acid is essential. Without enough stomach acid, proteins cannot break down properly. Minerals like iron, calcium, magnesium, and zinc become difficult to absorb. And harmful bacteria survive instead of being destroyed. But after age 50, stomach acid production naturally declines in many adults. And here's where people get confused. Many assume acid reflux means they have too much stomach acid. But often, the opposite is true. Low stomach acid can cause food to sit too long in the stomach, creating pressure that pushes acid upward into the esophagus. You've been told all acid is bad. But the truth is, stomach acid is one of the most important substances keeping your digestive system alive. Then food enters the small intestine, the true absorption center of the body. This is where nutrients are pulled into the bloodstream through millions of tiny structures called villi. These villi dramatically increase surface area, almost like microscopic roots absorbing nutrients from soil. But poor diet, chronic inflammation, stress, alcohol, and aging can damage these structures over time. And when absorption weakens, something dangerous happens. You may eat nutritious foods, yet your body still acts malnourished. That's why some adults suffer fatigue despite taking supplements. The nutrients simply aren't being absorbed efficiently anymore. Then comes metabolism. And this is where the real crisis begins. Metabolism is not just about weight loss. It is the sum of every chemical reaction happening inside your body. Breathing. Repairing cells. Building muscle. Producing hormones. Burning calories. Even sleeping. Everything depends on metabolism. But after 40, muscle mass naturally declines. Hormone levels shift. Activity decreases. And metabolic rate slows. This means your body burns fewer calories than it once did. The result? Fat accumulates faster. Energy crashes harder. And recovery becomes slower. Now here's the hidden truth most people never hear. Your digestive system and metabolism are deeply connected. When digestion weakens, metabolism suffers. And when metabolism slows, digestion becomes even worse. It becomes a vicious cycle. Researchers have discovered that the gut communicates directly with the brain, immune system, and metabolism through something called the gut-brain axis. In other words, your intestines are constantly sending signals throughout your body. If your digestive system becomes inflamed or unhealthy, your energy production, mood, hunger, sleep, and fat storage can all be affected. This explains why so many adults feel tired after eating. The body is struggling to process food efficiently. And there's another hidden organ involved in all this that most people completely overlook. The pancreas. This small organ releases digestive enzymes that break down fats, proteins, and carbohydrates. It also produces insulin, which controls blood sugar levels. But diets high in ultra-processed foods, sugar, alcohol, and constant overeating place enormous stress on the pancreas over time. Eventually, digestion and blood sugar regulation begin weakening simultaneously. And this creates the perfect environment for weight gain, fatigue, and metabolic dysfunction. Then there's the liver. Your liver acts like a giant metabolic factory. It processes nutrients, stores vitamins, detoxifies chemicals, regulates blood sugar, and helps burn fat. But fatty liver disease is becoming increasingly common, especially after age 45. And many people have no symptoms until damage becomes severe. Now here's something truly fascinating. Studies show that sleep deprivation dramatically affects metabolism. One poor night of sleep can increase hunger hormones and reduce insulin sensitivity the very next day. That means your body becomes more likely to store fat and crave sugar simply because you slept poorly. And yet millions of adults stay awake late at night scrolling phones, eating snacks, and disrupting the very hormones controlling metabolism. Digestion, absorption, and metabolism are not separate systems. They are one interconnected survival network. When one weakens, the others suffer too. But the good news is this. The body has an incredible ability to recover when given the right support. The first powerful habit is slowing down while eating. This sounds simple, but it may completely transform digestion. Let me tell you about Margaret, a 62-year-old grandmother who constantly battled bloating and indigestion. She tried antacids, supplements, and restrictive diets. Nothing worked. Then her nutrition specialist noticed something unusual. Margaret finished meals in less than 7 minutes. She barely chewed. She ate while watching television. And her body remained stuck in stress mode while eating. Digestion begins in the nervous system. When you're stressed, rushed, or distracted, blood flow shifts away from digestion. Stomach acid decreases. Enzyme production weakens. And food sits heavier in the stomach. Margaret changed one thing. She began chewing slowly and eating without distractions. Within weeks, her bloating improved dramatically. The second powerful solution involves digestive supporting foods and nutrients. One of the most important is fiber. Fiber feeds beneficial gut bacteria, improves bowel movements, stabilizes blood sugar, and supports metabolism. But most adults consume far too little. Foods rich in fiber include oats, beans, vegetables, berries, chia seeds, and apples. And timing matters. Fiber works best when spread throughout the day with adequate water intake. But here's the mistake many people make. They suddenly increase fiber without drinking enough water. This can actually worsen constipation and bloating. Your digestive system needs fluid to move fiber properly. Next comes protein. After age 50, protein becomes critically important for maintaining muscle mass and metabolic health. Remember, muscle tissue burns more calories than fat tissue. The more muscle you preserve, the healthier your metabolism remains. But many older adults eat most of their protein at dinner while consuming very little during the day. This is a mistake. Your body absorbs and utilizes protein more efficiently when spread across meals. Eggs, fish, Greek yogurt, chicken, lentils, and lean meats are excellent options. And here's something many people don't realize. Low stomach acid can make protein digestion harder with age. That's why some adults feel unusually full or heavy after protein-rich meals. Now let's talk about one of the most overlooked nutrients in metabolism, magnesium. Magnesium supports hundreds of biochemical reactions in the body, including energy production, muscle function, sleep, and blood sugar regulation. But many adults are deficient without knowing it. Signs may include muscle cramps, fatigue, poor sleep, constipation, and anxiety. Foods rich in magnesium include spinach, pumpkin seeds, almonds, avocados, and dark leafy greens. And nighttime is often the best time to consume magnesium-rich foods because magnesium helps relax muscles and support deeper sleep, which indirectly improves metabolism. Another critical factor is hydration. Many adults mistake dehydration for hunger. Even mild dehydration can slow digestion and worsen constipation. Water helps transport nutrients through the bloodstream and supports metabolic reactions throughout the body. But here's the key. Drinking excessive amounts of water during meals may dilute digestive enzymes in some people. A better strategy is staying hydrated consistently throughout the day instead of flooding the stomach during meals. Now let's discuss movement. One of the most effective ways to improve metabolism is surprisingly simple: walking after meals. Even a short 10 to 15-minute walk can help regulate blood sugar and improve digestion. Why? Because muscles begin using glucose immediately during movement, reducing blood sugar spikes after eating. This helps the pancreas work less aggressively. And it supports metabolic flexibility. Let me tell you about Helen, a 67-year-old woman struggling with fatigue and rising blood sugar levels. She didn't begin intense workouts. She simply walked slowly after dinner every evening. 3 months later, she had more energy, better digestion, improved sleep, and noticeable weight loss around her waist. Sometimes the most powerful solutions are the simplest. And finally, sleep. This may be the most underestimated metabolic tool of all. During deep sleep, the body repairs tissues, balances hormones, regulates appetite, and restores insulin sensitivity. But poor sleep disrupts all of it. Late-night eating is especially damaging because metabolism naturally slows at night. Your body becomes less efficient at processing sugars and heavy meals before bed. That's why nighttime snacking is strongly linked to weight gain and poor metabolic health. The body was designed to rest at night, not digest large amounts of food. Now let's talk about the dangerous habits silently damaging digestion and metabolism. Because this is where most people go wrong. The first mistake is eating too quickly. Fast eating overwhelms the digestive system before the brain even realizes you're full. This leads to overeating, bloating, acid reflux, and poor nutrient breakdown. Your stomach needs time to communicate with your brain. And when meals become rushed, digestion suffers immediately. The second mistake is relying heavily on ultra-processed foods. These foods are often stripped of fiber and overloaded with sugars, unhealthy fats, and artificial ingredients. They digest rapidly, spike blood sugar, and place enormous stress on insulin and metabolism. Over time, this contributes to inflammation, fat accumulation, and energy crashes. And perhaps most dangerous of all, these foods are designed to keep you craving more. The third mistake is chronic overeating at night. Many adults skip meals during the day, then consume massive dinners late in the evening. But your digestive system and metabolism follow circadian rhythms. At night, digestion naturally slows. Large nighttime meals often lead to acid reflux, poor sleep, fat storage, and sluggishness the next morning. Another major problem is excessive alcohol intake. Alcohol irritates the stomach lining, disrupts gut bacteria, weakens nutrient absorption, and places enormous pressure on the liver. And over time, it interferes with metabolic health in ways many people underestimate. And finally, chronic stress. Stress keeps the body in survival mode. When cortisol remains elevated for long periods, digestion weakens, cravings increase, fat storage rises, and inflammation spreads throughout the body. You may be eating healthy foods, but if your body constantly feels stressed, digestion and metabolism can still suffer dramatically. So let's recap what we've learned today. Digestion breaks food down. Absorption pulls nutrients into the bloodstream. And metabolism transforms those nutrients into energy and life. But after 45, these systems naturally become less efficient. Stomach acid declines. Muscle mass decreases. Sleep worsens. And poor habits quietly accelerate the process. The good news is that small daily changes can create extraordinary improvements. Chewing slowly. Eating more fiber and protein. Supporting magnesium levels. Walking after meals. Sleeping better. Reducing processed foods. And managing stress. These simple habits can dramatically improve the way your body processes food and produces energy. And here's one bonus tip most people never hear. Try finishing dinner at least 3 hours before bedtime. This gives your digestive system time to process food before sleep begins. Many people notice reduced bloating, better sleep, improved morning energy, and easier weight control simply from changing meal timing. Your body wants to heal. It wants to function properly. But it needs the right environment to do so. And now I want to hear from you. Which part of digestion or metabolism surprised you the most? Do you struggle more with bloating, fatigue, constipation, or weight gain? Tell me in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, subscribe now because the next video may completely change the way you think about aging and nutrition. In our next episode, we're uncovering the 7 silent vitamin deficiencies destroying your body after 50, including the one deficiency that can mimic aging itself. You do not want to miss that. And remember, your body is not failing you. It's communicating with you. The question is, are you listening?